Lewis Hamilton has sent waves of excitement through the Formula One world by teasing fans with a tantalizing "never say never" as he sets his sights on what could be his first pole position with Ferrari at the Australian Grand Prix. The seven-time world champion, known for his record-breaking career, has already amassed an astonishing 104 pole positions. But the prospect of clinching his first front-row start in the iconic red of Ferrari has added a fresh layer of intrigue to the 2025 season. The British driver's eagerness was evident following Friday's practice sessions at Albert Park, where he finished fifth overall, trailing his teammate Charles Leclerc, who topped the timesheets. Hamilton was just 0.420 seconds off Leclerc's pace, an encouraging sign given that he is still acclimatizing to his new machinery. However, he remains cautious about setting expectations too high, acknowledging the learning curve that comes with transitioning from a team where he spent over a decade to an entirely new racing environment. For me, I think it's a little bit early as I just continue to get to learn the car, but never say never, Hamilton admitted when asked if he had begun dreaming of a first Ferrari pole position. I'll still get everything I've got tomorrow. While his relentless pursuit of success remains unchanged, Hamilton is also taking a pragmatic approach to his Ferrari debut weekend. Rather than burdening himself with undue pressure, he is choosing to embrace the experience and enjoy the challenge. I'm just not putting too much pressure on. I'm going to try to enjoy it. I've got some pace to find. I know where to find it. It's just about going out there and doing it and just building, he explained. Hamilton's transition to Ferrari has been closely watched by fans and analysts alike. After spending his entire F1 career with McLaren and Mercedes, where he developed an intuitive understanding of the car setup and engineering dynamics, the shift to Ferrari presents a fresh challenge. With only a day and a half of preseason running under his belt before arriving in Melbourne, he is still finding his rhythm with his new team. P1 was a little bit messy. P2 was definitely starting to look a little bit better, Hamilton said, reflecting on his Friday sessions. One of the key adjustments he faces is adapting to Ferrari's intricate setup changes, something that had become second nature to him at Mercedes. The Briton admitted that this transition has required a period of acclimatization, as he is still learning how to maximize the potential of the SF25. I don't have the setup adjustments on call like I used to have with Mercedes. Where I've been there so long, I knew exactly all the setup changes, so I'm still working through understanding what tools we can use, he explained. It's interesting. You can see with Charles, he just knows because he's been here for such a long time. Indeed, Charles Leclerc's familiarity with Ferrari systems gives him an edge for now, but Hamilton's ability to adapt has never been in question. It's only a matter of time before he unlocks the full potential of his new machine. This year's Formula One season is shaping up to be one of the most competitive in recent memory, with multiple teams expected to challenge for wins, podiums, and pole positions. Ferrari, Red Bull, Mercedes, and McLaren all appear to be in the mix, setting the stage for a thrilling championship battle. Leclerc, who finished Friday practice at the top of the timesheets, is cautiously optimistic about Ferrari's chances heading into the weekend. While the early signs are promising, he remains wary of the competition. I want to be cautious. Let's wait and see, Leclerc said when asked if Ferrari could lock out the front row. But it's right to say that after a day like this, we are looking forward to tomorrow, and we want to target pole position. With so many strong competitors in the field, determining Ferrari's true standing relative to their rivals remains difficult. Leclerc acknowledged that some teams might be keeping their cards close to their chest, choosing to downplay their pace until it truly matters in qualifying. For now, it is too early to say, he said when asked if McLaren posed the biggest threat to Ferrari. I don't think we've seen the real pace of everybody yet, and I think some teams might hide their game a bit more than others. Despite Red Bull's dominance in recent seasons, Leclerc suggested that the Milton Keynes-based squad might be facing unexpected struggles, at least in the early stages of the weekend. However, he was quick to point out that their reigning champion, Max Verstappen, remains a formidable competitor under any circumstances. For sure, McLaren is up there. I think Red Bull might be struggling a little bit more for now, but you never know with them, and especially with Max. You can never rule them out. For sure, they will be in the fight, he explained. Mercedes looks strong as well, so this is going to be a good fight, I'm sure. For Hamilton, this weekend marks the beginning of a highly anticipated new chapter in his illustrious career. His move to Ferrari was one of the most talked about stories of the offseason, and while the transition is still in its early stages, there is a palpable sense of excitement about what he could achieve with the Scuderia. The possibility of securing a pole position in just his first race with the team would send a powerful message to his rivals and reaffirm his status as one of the greatest drivers the sport has ever seen. While he remains measured in his expectations, The very fact that he refuses to rule out the possibility speaks volumes. Hamilton thrives under pressure, and as he continues to fine-tune his approach with Ferrari, it would be unwise to bet against him delivering something spectacular when it matters most. As the battle for pole position looms, fans around the world will be watching with bated breath. Will Hamilton pull off a fairy-tale debut pole for Ferrari? Or will Leclerc, Verstappen, or perhaps even an unexpected contender steal the show? One thing is for certain. Formula One's new era is off to an electrifying start, and with Hamilton's determination and experience, the best is yet to come. The Australian Grand Prix marks more than just the first race of the season. It represents the dawn of a new era for Lewis Hamilton and Ferrari. While the Briton acknowledges that he still has work to do in fully mastering his new car, his competitive spirit and relentless drive ensure that he remains a force to be reckoned with. His cautious optimism reflects the reality of adapting to a new team, but history has shown that Hamilton excels when faced with a challenge. If Ferrari can provide him with a car capable of competing at the sharp end of the grid, it may only be a matter of time before he delivers the iconic moment of taking pole position in the Prancing Horse's colors. The fight at the front promises to be one of the most hotly contested in recent memory, with Ferrari, Red Bull, Mercedes, and McLaren all in the mix. As Leclerc himself stated, it's still too early to draw definitive conclusions, but one thing is clear: the 2025 season is set to be a thrilling one. For now, all eyes are on qualifying, where Hamilton and Ferrari will attempt to make history together. Whether he secures pole or not, his journey with the Scuderia is only just beginning. And if there's one thing we've learned about Lewis Hamilton over the years, it's that when he says, "Never say never," magic is never too far away. Hello, McLaren faithfuls. Stand a chance of winning $1,000 by hitting that like button, drop a comment below, and subscribe so you never miss any McLaren and F1 updates with relaxing ASMR elements. McLaren Faithful's YouTube channel is now covered in English and multiple languages. Your support is what keeps this incredible community growing stronger every day. It costs you nothing to like and subscribe, but it helps the channel tremendously. Let's continue the conversation and share our passion for McLaren and F1 together. As a YouTube member, you can also discover my journey as a passionate creator navigating life with challenging disabilities. Despite the obstacles, I'm determined to follow my dreams and share my love for McLaren and F1 with the world. By becoming a YouTube member, you'll not only be supporting my dream, but you'll also gain access to exclusive content, including untold stories of legendary F1 drivers and much more. Your support can truly make a difference in my life, helping me continue to do what I love. Join McLaren Faithful's membership below and enjoy.